All right, how's it going, guys? Me, it's Mr. Adams. Coming to you live from my basement because they're testing the fire alarms today. So last time they weren't, and we got an email like, "Hey, they're testing the fire alarms, and by the way, make sure you get out of the building if you don't get this." So anyway, I was right not to go in. So here we go. Today we are going to do kind of what we did last time. Oh, and I better remember right now. So I'm going to download right here last week's. Oh, I forgot to do one thing, I guess, with my guy here. Double click on him. We want a loop, and I was kind of lazy on this, so we'll fix that. Okay. Um, so we're gonna find a bag out. Well, should we just do that one first? Okay. So there's a website called Pixlr that you can go, and you don't even have to log in, which is nice. And it will remove the background. You do have to watch an ad, but you can pick. So I will get my guy, my sprite sheet. I guess I'll put this on here too. Oh, all right, and there we go. See how quick that was? That was super quick. So now we click download. Boom. Okay, now, well, let's see. Okay, so now notice it's PNG, not a JPEG. Let's actually do this. Show me in the folder. Okay, it's in downloads this time. All right, so now it's in downloads. If I go here, take my sprite. Now the one pain is you kind of have to delete how to delete like each individual. All right, but you can't delete the last one. So now import frames from a strip, boom, and then now, okay, now it's in downloads for me. Notice it's PNG, not JPEG. Okay, so we got 5x2. Boom. Okay. Uh, now, okay. First of all, this little dot here, we're going to talk about later. Um, we can go ahead now. We can crop it, and now it goes through there. And we want to make sure we apply the animation. So crop. So now see how my guy got a little bigger, and now it's a little fit. And this one, now when we erase our little leg here, we could crop. Now it goes in there, and everyone's the same size. And then we gotta fix this one too. Okay, so that was super quick. Um, so go ahead and do that with your guy first today. We will do. We're gonna make a bad guy next, so that'll be kind of fun. So now we can see we we cleared out the background, and maybe you found one that doesn't need to do this. All right. Ah. Uh-oh. Okay. Now, notice how he jumps around a little bit. Okay. And also notice how he fell through, which you shouldn't. Okay. So you see the jump around, and then he kind of fell through there. So the reason for that is, well, there's two reasons. And so I guess this would be good to talk about first, and then maybe we'll just find a bad guy. All right. So the reason he jumps around like that, which is pretty fun, is there's kind of two things going on. One, with my guy, and I better not put that, we have what's called the origin. So if I click through here, the origin is how where it thinks of the middle of my guy is. Okay. So do you see how it jumps? Oops. See, now I've moved it around. But as I click through, it's kind of picking different origin points for each of them. And that's why he's jumping around so much. So right here, if we click on this one, click on origin here and go quick assign, and we go middle, boom, and then right, apply to all and the whole animation. I'm not quite sure what the difference between these two, I'll be honest with you. We'll go that. Now, when I click through this guy, okay, you need to be careful because you guys actually don't know. But it used to be like you could just put the right button and go through, but now it moves the origin, which is a pain. So we go through here, and now notice my origin stays in the same spot. It shifts a teeny tiny bit because of the size of the screen, but it's big. So now when we run, we'll play the game. My wife has class upstairs, so we're like 1, 2. Now notice he's smoother. All right, I guess what we're going to do today, since we got that, we're going to clean up all the way here. So now we got the Mega Man, feeling pretty excited about that. All right, but obviously, what do we need to do with the Mega Man here? Okay, and I'm going to actually first move the Get Ready above Mega Man because I think it's kind of annoying. But two, when we run this, we don't want Mega Man to be running like that the whole time, right? We want it to be stopped and then go through, all right? And we probably also want to start by touching, probably. Okay, so we give him the platform thing, which gives set things, but the computer, well, okay, so this gives me the ability to use the right arrows. We can go through here, insert new object. This time we're going to insert the keyboard. Okay, so it's kind of weird, but you have to let the computer know, hey, I want to use the keyboard. Okay, so you have to put one of those in there so they show up on the event sheet. All right, because now we're going to put it on the event sheet. Okay, because on the starter layout, we have the platform disabled, but probably what else do we want to do is we probably want to add action, we want player, and we want the animation. We're going to set animation. Wait, no, back. I don't know. Let's see. I guess just stop. Stop animation. Okay, so if we run it now. Oh my gosh, he's not stopped. Oh, okay. So he doesn't stop, but he starts when the thing goes. So we need to put stop animation at the very beginning. So now if we run this first, boom, he's not running. And we could set it so it's the middle animation. We'll do that later, but that's not too bad. Okay, so now we want it to actually run because now if I run this, no animation again, which is the opposite of what we wanted to do, right? Okay, so we want the animation to show up. So what we're going to do is we're going to add event, and notice here now we have a keyboard, so we can do keyboards. All right, next. Now, if you are one of the cool, well, let's actually talk about what the next button here is, the on key pressed. So on key pressed, we want to go that. Okay, now, if you'd rather do WASD, if you're that cool kind of person, you can do WSAD. I'm going to do right click, right arrow, and then boom. Okay, so when the right arrow is down, okay, that means I'm running right. And so then we can add action. Okay, that's okay. I think this is going to work now. Okay, set animation, and now it's not set animation. It's stop or start, I guess. Okay. All right. So now when we run this, now I'm a little worried because I think it's not gonna. I better check my options here. All right. So now when I run, whoops, actually moves. I'm gonna put the keyboard down, but it doesn't stop when I stop it. So now there's a couple ways we can do this. Or wait, go back. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna pause it. Well, let's. Set animation. I mean, kind of the easiest way to do it is go back. Key is down. Let's go key. Keys down. Let's go right arrow. Done. So see how I changed keys down instead of keys pressed. And then we can do another event. We can on any key release. Yeah, this works good. Okay. Animation, stop animation. All right, so now this is gonna not work later if we get to that point. But oh my gosh, something's not right. Give me 1 second. Let me pause this back. All right, guys, I was trying to do that from memory, and I checked my notes, and I was not very good at that one. So anyway, thanks to the magic of the computer, we can go on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, instead of saying we're going to use this, so let's just do this a little bit, but we can do, well, let's do this. Let's go back to our player, double click on him. Okay, and here is our animation, right? Okay, we can rename this to run. Okay, and then here we're going to actually duplicate it, and then we're going to call this one default. Okay, but we don't want all of this default. Let's pick one. It looks like frame 1 here. It looks like he's ready to go, so we're going to pick that one. So we're going to delete all of them except frame 1. Okay, so now it'll look like he's ready, and that's going to be better anyway. All right, so now we have 2 different animations, okay, which will make things way easier. In fact, we could do this a different way, but this is easy enough. So now, instead, we're not going to use these. Well, we're going to use those in a second. Okay, we're going to say player on moved, because that way that's better. So we want is moving. Okay, so if I'm moving, okay, I want the player to, this time we do want set animation, and then see how it's in quotes. So we can put 1 quote in there, and it shows up. We want run. All right, and we can play that from the beginning. I forgot. Well, I'll show you what to do with those in a second. Okay. And then, we'll just delete this one. Okay. Then we can go add events, player, and then we could say, we'll go the moving again. This would be kind of weird. So now we'll do moving. Oh my gosh. It's kind of annoying because sometimes it gives you the option to do both, but we don't want that. So we're going to right click and then we're going to invert that. So that means it's not moving. And then over here, see, they let you do that, and over here they don't. So sometimes it's a little weird. So you're going to right click, invert it so it's moving. This means not moving. And then we're going to player and then set animation. Oh my gosh, where's set animation? Set animation. And this time, 1 quote defaults. There we go. All right. So there we have this. Okay. And here, um, instead of set animation, we're going to go. So see how we can double? We can go back 1, and then we're going to set mirrored. So set mirrored right here. And then we're going to go not mirrored. And see what I'm saying? Like this gives you mirrored, not mirrored. The other one you have to invert. It's kind of a pain. All right. So not mirrored. And then we're going to hold this down, control, copy it down there. Actually, if you want to be cool, put it underneath it. Double click, go back. Oh, wait, that's where we want it to go. We'll pick a left arrow this time. And now we're going to double click and pick this to be mirrored. All right, okay. So now, fingers crossed. We're going to run it. There we go. Now, when he's moving, see, it looks like he's running when I stop. And then when I turn around, it looks like it stops over there. Okay, so it looks way better. So yours, if you have to mess around a little bit, I'm actually going to include this one on there. if you want to do Mega Man, okay. And then the next part of the homework is I want you to find a bad guy, and I want you to remove the things and set 2 different animations, one for default and one for run, and just put him somewhere on there, and I'll explain how we're going to do the bad guy next time. Okay? So find the bad guy stripe, or you can make one. I should make you make one, but I'm not going to. All right? Good times. So once again, make sure to clean the background out, find a bad guy, put yours, follow along with this animation thing. All right? I will be on the chat if you got, or on the Google Meet if you got questions.